think, Samad, one would have to kind of walk before you run. It's a relatively nascent industry. It's a 40-year-old industry. Like I already mentioned, trade is just on the rise as far as Islamic countries are concerned. We first got to penetrate Islamic finance into these countries and then talk about Islamic trade. And when you talk about Islamic trade, then you'll talk about ECAs and you'll talk about credit insurances, which are in a world of conventional banking, which is a 400-year-old industry.
Yeah.
So purely, it is a matter of time. We've seen a lot of transactions that are now taking the Islamic wrapper from a trade perspective. We've got even Islamic trade funds that have been set up recently, whether it's with European International Islamic Bank and Rasmallah that are doing something, or even out of Asia, we've got Islamic trade funds. So you'll see that there are a lot of pioneering structures that are now coming within the spectrum of Islamic finance. And the moment that actually happens, you will have all the wrappers that are needed to make sure that there is an end-to-end processing of a particular transaction. So, for example, Islamic derivatives did not exist 10 years ago, right? You being an investment banker would echo that now that is one of the most important structures that is there in any term Islamic facility as well. So you're seeing a lot of change vis-a-vis structures. So I think it's a relatively new industry, but within the 40 years that we have seen, you have had structures that are far now superior or can compete equally with their conventional counterparts. So I think what one would have to refer to Islamic banking as no more as an alternative form of banking, but actually as a norm of banking.